Hey, it's Dr. Ernst, host of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Happy New Year and welcome to January. How are your health resolutions going? You know, I've got a little secret for you. Losing weight and getting fit is not something you do with diet and exercise. What? I'm telling you this. After 20 years of being a functional physician, hormone balance, neurological control, toxicities, and leaky gut need to be addressed if you really want to take off losing weight. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20, 30 pounds or more. It's all spelled out for you for free in my new ebook, A Functional Approach to Weight Loss. You can download it right now just by simply texting the word weight loss with your name and email to 704-906-2094. As a bonus, you get access to a masterclass I'm hosting on Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. and also Saturday, January 18th at 10 a.m. Simply text the word weight loss with your first name, your last name, and your email, and you'll not only get the ebook for free, but you'll get access to the masterclass so you can hit your health goals this year. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to a very special broadcast of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, the Tar Heels are doing amazing, but that unfortunately means we are only on our live streams for the next couple of weeks. But today I have an exceptional show for you. It's going to be a short and sweet, about 25 to 30 minutes, a foundational, functional approach to weight loss. Look, I get it. It's January. A lot of us have put off our resolutions until now, and it's now the second Saturday of January. And so what you're going to find is a lot of people are going, my willpower's fading. So I'm here today to help you achieve your health goals in January and make it simple and easy. Watch this. No crazy diets. No time spent in the gym where you can build muscle naturally, burn fat naturally, and guess what? You can hit your resolutions by doing something unique. Ready for this? Changing them from a resolution to a revolution, a new way of thinking about yourself. Too many times, and I've talked about this on my last episodes before the end of the year, we say January is going to be the time that I push hard. That's when I'm going to go hit the diet. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to follow this. That's when I'm going to go to the gym and hit it hard. And guys, the problem with this shift in willpower is it is very fleeting. It might only last for a week or two. Take a look at the gyms right now. They're already fading out. It was packed last week. This week it's fading. By the end of this month, it's going to look like it did in June of last year. So what I want to do is teach you step number one to a full health transformation is changing the definition of who you are. Who are you? Are you someone who waits till the end of the year and then says, I'll push really hard and then loses ambition and motivation and says, okay, fine, I'll do it in the summertime, or okay, fine. That's more or less like a procrastination, wait till I have to do something type of a person. I'm proposing to you that you define you are a healthy individual. You have been given power by God to heal. You can change your viewpoint of health if you recognize that you already have it. And here's the key with this. Healthy people eat a certain way because it's who they are, not because it's what they have to do to lose weight. Healthy people do a style of workout because it's who they are, not because they go, I've got to make an external change in my body. So step number one to a transformation in the 2025 year is to redefine who you are. So many times, a lot of us don't recognize we're an inborn child of God with a great amount of power and health already inside of them. And you might be looking at me through the camera going, Dr. Ernst, I don't have my health. I take a medication for this. I take a medication for that. I'm 20 pounds overweight. Have you seen this? Look at my skin. Look at this. I get it. But here's what I'm trying to say to you. What your current state of health is not who you are. Inside of you is a God-given inborn ability to heal. So if you have a health issue currently, if you're overweight, if you have a skin issue, if you have a diagnosis and you're taking a medication for it, that's not who you are. The reason that you're like this, though, is because there's an interference in who you are. The real you is not being expressed. And today's show is going to show you how to get that real you out of you very quickly. So If you've been struggling to lose weight and you feel like traditional diets and workouts just don't work, or you're looking for something truly transformative, today's show is for you. We're going to explore the top strategies for effective weight loss. We're going to focus on why diet and exercise do not work. And we're going to explore the functional benefits and the art of fasting, how even in the Bible we were commanded to fast. We're going to talk about chiropractic care in a unique way as the magic pill for weight loss. It is an enhancer for your weight loss. We're going to talk about your gut and your toxicities, and I'm going to segue this with a proven method of eating. I don't want to even say it's a diet. You could call it a diet, but it's a proven way of eating that helps you to transform who you are. Therefore, it helps you to heal because you already have your health from within. And it is what is known, ready for this, as the biblical diet. Now, I know I didn't say I wasn't going to use the word diet, but I'm going to use it because you guys know what I mean. It's the biblical way of eating. So it's transformational when you understand this. Right now, what's very popular is people are doing things like the carnivore diet, or they're doing the keto diet, or they're doing the AIP diet. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to go back to the original source, the book of life, it has a description of the kinds of foods we're supposed to eat. And I'm going to say this because it's super simple and clear. We are meant to eat proteins and vegetables, period. Proteins and vegetables. You can look at it all throughout the Bible. In Genesis, before the fall of man, it started off with we ate fruit and the seeds that came from trees. Then during the fall of man, we had to now toil the ground, and we could eat of what came from that. So it'd be like a vegetarian style diet. We could eat nuts and seeds and fruits and vegetables. Then after the flood, there was a commandment to say, now you may eat the animals of the earth as long as they were two things, clean, and there's a defined clean list, and they didn't have their lifeblood inside of them, which meant you didn't eat them raw or, uncooked. So we have a clear description in the book of Genesis, proteins and greens. Now here's what's revolutionary. Why does the carnivore diet work so well? Because if you haven't heard of this, it's probably the trending diet in 2025. It's where you focus on eating mostly nothing but animal proteins: fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, grass-fed red meats, duck, venison, buffalo, bison, etc. The carnivore diet works so well because it reduces your intake of sugar, because there's very low sugar found in animal-based proteins. It doesn't restrict fat, and it doesn't restrict protein. So by lowering your sugar intake, but eating nothing but proteins and fats, you effectively lower insulin. And insulin is the hormone that is responsible for fat storage. See, so many people think insulin is my blood sugar stabilizing hormone. It is, but it's also the hormone fully responsible for telling your body, store fat. High quality meats, again, fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, duck, venison, buffalo. You might think, wait, no vegetables, no fruits, isn't that unhealthy? But what the research shows is that when you go into a high protein, high fat state, just like the Bible talks about, eating clean animals and doing some versions, if you have to, of green vegetables, you enter into a state where you lower insulin, and it puts your body into a ketotic fat-burning state. Additionally, animal proteins and fats are exceptionally satiating, so they make you feel full. And as a result, we tend to eat less of the other starchy, salty, sweet, carbohydrate-laden foods. Another benefit of following a more biblical or a carnivore-style diet is that it's been shown to reduce inflammation tremendously. A lot of plant-based foods, though you might think they're healthy, contain lectins and oxalates, which are, in essence, plant toxins to prevent them from being eaten. These can create an irritation to your intestines and can lead to a condition known as leaky gut. It's not just about weight loss, guys. It's about optimizing overall health. And when we look at what a diet that follows a biblical approach, green vegetables, clean proteins, you will find a revolution take place inside of your body. I'm thinking of a patient. I'm going to keep it compliant, so I'm going to call him Tom. He was struggling with weight gain and brain fog and joint pain, came to our clinic looking for help with his health. We switched him into a carnivoric diet. Not only did he lose 20 pounds in 2 months, but his energy skyrocketed. His joint pains disappeared. This is the power of simplifying your diet to become nutrient-dense, bioavailable foods. We also incorporated chiropractic care. We also incorporated detoxification. So what we're doing is we're cleaning out the temple. We're cleaning the vessel of its interferences, and the body, because it is defined as a healing system. It's who you are. You are healthy. You are healing. If it's not happening, there's an interference, and you remove the interference, and the body heals by itself. So if you're considering incorporating more of a biblical-based diet, I would look to the carnivore. You can do it two ways. You can do 100% carnivore, which is you just eat fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, grass-fed red meats, no vegetables, nothing plant-sourced. It's only animal-based, and you're going to do this for the duration of time it takes to hit your health goals. Some people do it for 3 weeks. Some people do it for 3 months. I've even had some clients do it for a year. The key is that when you give your body what it needs, proteins and fats, it burns them, utilizes them, and it engages your insulin levels to drop so your inflammation goes down and your body can then heal by itself. Now, the second major effect of you hitting a health goal this year is to incorporate the art of hormonal resetting. Look, we know insulin stores fat. We know leptin should make you burn fat, but a lot of you are leptin resistant. We know that cortisol encourages fat gain, especially around the stomach, around the lower pelvis, around your hips. We know hormones are involved, but here's the struggle. So many people will go to the gym, work out, and do a diet and never address their hormones, and that's why, like an anchor holding them back, they get stuck. So how do we do a hormone reset simply and easily at home? It is to engage the art of fasting. Fasting is by far one of the most powerful functional tools you can use to not only get your weight down, but also to get your health back. You know, in the Bible, it was not asked when you fast, if you fast. It was stated when you fast. It wasn't a question of, do I fast? It was more of a question of, when you fast, here's what you should do. And I think it's interesting because fasting, especially with food, helps us to see how much of an addiction do we have to food. If it hurts to give up food, then it's a symbol that your body is telling you it's time to let go of this, I'll call it, addiction you have to food. It needs to sting a little bit. It needs to hurt. For most people, food is by far the best thing you can choose to fast from because it gives your body time for a reset. See, in today's culture, food is available all the time, anytime you want it. And every single time you put food in your mouth, your insulin levels spike, no matter if it's a healthy food or if it's an unhealthy food. Every single time insulin spikes, inflammation spikes. When inflammation spikes, cortisol spikes. And that is a recipe hormonally for fat storage. So why we fast is to, number one, break our addiction to food. Number two, to give our body time to rest and digest and heal by itself. Number three, to force a hormone reset. Research shows that if you fast, even just intermittently, which means to skip a meal, maybe either skipping breakfast or skipping dinner, that you can naturally start to reset your hormones. If you truly want to see a hormone reset, the recommendation is to do a 2 or 3 day solid fast. Broth, water, coffee, tea, something that is liquid only, because what happens is your body will start to lower down your insulin levels, lower your cortisol levels, lower your inflammation, and you go into a state of natural repair. It's called autophagy. Your body will actually eat diseased tissues and force regeneration and stem cell activation. And here's the best part. The research shows it happens on the 3rd day. And we can talk very biblically about what happened on the 3rd day, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, day 3, resurrection, a rebirth. So look at how powerful this is for you. On the 3rd day of fasting, you become resurrected. You become reborn. Your body can regenerate And I've seen patients who have said, my knees have felt better from arthritis. My headaches are now gone. My energy is now back. My weight is down. And the reason for that is it resets your hormones. Now, leptin is a big hormone. It tells your brain when you've had enough to eat. So as leptin levels rise, your brain should become aware of this, and the brain should say, let's shut off the response. A lot of you have what's called leptin resistance, where your leptin levels are excessively high. It has irritated the receptors. Your brain basically no longer listens to leptin. And you guessed it, the greatest way to reset leptin is to fast. Then we have cortisol. It's a stress hormone. It can lead to weight gain, specifically around your belly. Fasting regulates cortisol by giving your adrenal glands a break. When you combine a stress management technique like prayer and meditation with fasting, you'll find that it's very easy to incorporate, and it gives your body a wonderful power to burn fat, regenerate, and boost your energy. Now, if you're new to fasting, honestly, the easiest thing to do is just ask yourself, which meal would be the hardest to give up? Because again, remember, fasting is supposed to have a little bit of a pull to it. If you're like, I have no problem giving up breakfast. In fact, I haven't even eaten breakfast in the last 6 months. So fasting breakfast is already not a big deal for me. Well, maybe it's time to also fast lunch now and do what's called a 1 meal a day, where you eat your entire intake of food within about a 3 to 4 hour window. Maybe you're saying like, I don't have a problem fasting breakfast, but man, dinner's difficult. So eat breakfast, eat lunch, fast dinner. Maybe you're somebody who's like, look, I've done this intermittent fasting for so long, I have no problems with that. Okay, do a 2 or 3 or 5 day liquid fast. Push your body in its immune responses, and you'll be able to see the changes are drastic. We have seen revolutions in people's health. Weight loss down, insulin responses down, blood sugars clearing, blood pressures clearing. I'm telling you, it is a very powerful way, and it's simple. And the best part is it's free. The third is to look at this concept of why is it that diet and exercise just don't work, yet we seem to keep going back to it as if it's our saving grace. Here's why. Weight loss is not just a calorie game. We talked about it before. It's a hormonal game. If your leptin, insulin, and cortisol levels are out of balance, you could work out and cut calories all you want, and you're not going to get a change. No matter what you think about this, hormones control the level and the amount that your body stores and or burns fat. So if your hormones are not functioning properly, weight loss efforts will hit a wall. This is why, especially in January, people just give up, because they don't see a result. I've been going to the gym for the last 2 weeks, no change major. I've been doing this new diet, no change. The functional approach is so much more important because weight loss is not just about reducing caloric intake and increasing caloric output. Work out harder and eat less. It doesn't work. The functional approach is so much more important because it's addressing your core body's need. We need to have our hormones in balance. We need to have toxins out of our body. If you don't know this, a lot of toxins are fat soluble, so they stay in fat. And as a protective mechanism, your body is not going to allow you to burn fat if it's full of toxins. Your body keeps these toxins within the fat cells as a protective mechanism. So if you go to the gym to try to force your weight off, but it's full of toxins, your body will say no. If you're doing a diet to try to encourage weight loss and you're not losing weight, it's time to wake up and start thinking about, are my hormones in balance? Do I have toxicities? What about my neurological health? Is my spine properly aligned? Because you're going to hear in just a moment, your vagus nerve is by far the most important regulator of your weight, secondarily to your hormones and your toxins. Yes, you need to get them tested. Yes, we need to look into them. So that's why if you see above and below on your screens, I'm hosting a free masterclass Thursday, January 16th, Saturday, January 18th. I have 2 different times, 7 p.m. Thursday night, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. It's an absolutely free class. We're going to take you through the process of how do you identify where are your hormones? How do you get them checked properly? The key with hormones is you can't just run off to your medical doctor and say, can you check my leptin? Can you check my insulin? Can you look at my cortisol? Because blood tests are not the most definitive way to look at hormones. Then we're going to talk about how do you actually identify your toxicities. Is it a raw toxin, a heavy metal, a pesticide, an herbicide, or is it the fact that you're not methylating properly, or your liver isn't going through phase 1, phase 2 detoxification? The beautiful thing about today, guys, there are very inexpensive tests that can show you where you are on a metabolic scale from 0 to 100. If you're at 100, your body's healthy, you're burning fat, your hormones are balanced, and you're living that life that you want to have. But if you're at 50 or 40 or 60 or 30%, it will show us what you need to do to get your health back. Then we're going to discuss what I'm about to talk about right now, the magic pill for weight loss, chiropractic. I know what you might be thinking, right? Like, what on earth does my spine and nervous system have to do with my weight? Well, ready for this? If you disrupt the communication between your brain and your body, you affect the organs that are responsible for hormonal control. Thyroid hormone, intimately involved in weight loss. T3 active is what makes you burn fat. Reverse T3 toxic is what makes you store fat. Insulin makes you store fat. Leptin makes you burn fat if it's working properly. Cortisol makes you store fat, but yet there are hormones, adiponectin and other renal hormones that can help you to burn fat. One of the most important players here is what's called the vagus nerve. This nerve runs from your brainstem all the way down to your gut, and it controls everything from appetite to digestion and stress response. When your vagus nerve is underactive due to a spinal misalignment, it can lead to poor digestion physically just because you're not getting the signal to your intestines for them to move and to absorb and to digest. It can lead to increased cravings. They've actually shown studies if your vagus nerve is interfered with, your stomach secretes higher amounts of a hormone called ghrelin, which makes you hungry all the time. And the only way to make that calm down is to eat, because it temporarily stimulates the hormone to go down. It can also elevate your stress hormones. We know about the hypothalamic pituitary axis with the adrenal glands. When the vagus nerve is out of balance, it elevates inflammation and cortisol. There are studies where people are actually lining up in droves waiting to have implants installed on their vagus nerve that can stimulate it with electricity, because the research shows you eat less, you burn fat more. And while it's a $10,000+ procedure, there are risks involved with installing electrical devices within your spine and nervous system. The greatest thing you can do is seek out a structural-based chiropractor who is trained in identifying subluxations of the spine, removing them through either manual or instrument adjustments. And here's the best part. It takes nanoseconds to stimulate the nervous system with a chiropractic adjustment, but the effects are transpounding across multitudes of times. You get neurological enhancement. You get decreased inflammation. You get better signaling of your hormones. You get a reduction in inflammation and pain. I'm telling you, the greatest thing you can do is to get a chiropractic adjustment to reset a spinal misalignment of the vagus nerve, because it regulates your immune system, your weight, your inflammation, and your body. Let me share a quick success story. I had a patient, we're going to call her Amy for the sake of the name. She came to me after watching one of our masterclasses and said, I've tried every diet and workout that I could possibly do. I've even done the Ozempic shots, and I've even done like the PhD weight loss programs. We started her under a chiropractic program, and after just about 4 months of getting adjustments, her pain disappeared. She started beginning to lose weight. Her anxiety cleared. She lost 46 pounds, was able to get off her medications for weight loss. And the best part of this is she is now free and clear in a system that's designed to take care of the innate healing response within the human body. We're not over-medicating. We're not over-prescribing. We're not forcing her body to do anything. We're removing interference, clearing neurological pathways, and the brain will say, balance the thyroid, balance the adrenal gland, balance the pancreas. And I'm telling you, if you are watching this and you've been under the chiropractic care for any duration of time, you know the successes I'm talking about. We also have to talk about your gut health. It's very well known that if we consume casein proteins from dairy, gluten proteins from wheat, lectin proteins from nuts and seeds and certain beans, you can inflame and irritate your gut, leading to a condition known as leaky gut. The issue now becomes viruses and bacteria and toxins start to migrate across the digestive system into your blood. And your body is not stupid. It's smart. It wants to keep you alive. It wants to keep you protected. So it will actually increase the fat layer of your abdomen to act like a blanket. So the reason we start to pile up fat in our abdominal cavity isn't necessarily because you're not doing the right diet or you're not doing the right workouts. It's because you may have a leaky gut. Most people we test today have a leaky gut. 80 to 90% of individuals that come to our clinics for the exams and the evaluations we do fail a leaky gut test. And primarily it's because the approach they take is medicational for symptoms and classic standard American diet. Heavy in grains, heavy in dairy. And when we start to teach the concept of how you can eliminate them, remove the interferences, repair the intestinal lining, use nutrients like glutamine and glycine and proline and pterohydrites and probiotics to allow for the gut to regenerate, once you see a sealing start to take place, weight flies off, energy comes back. So what is the functional formula for weight loss to lose 7 pounds in about the next 4 weeks? Let me give it to you. Chiropractic care as the core foundation to stimulate your nervous system, invigorate your vagus nerve, and turn on your organs for active weight loss. It stimulates the thyroid so T3 comes out and is converted properly within the liver, which makes you burn fat. It lowers insulin and lowers cortisol, so you become less stressed and less inflamed, and your body is signaled to burn fat. Fun fact, we get more energy out of burning fat than we do proteins and carbs, so your body wants to burn fat. It's just for some of you, you haven't turned the switch on. Then we can use a functional medicine approach. You can start to address your gut, your hormones. We can lower insulin and cortisol. It helps us to identify your core nutrient deficiencies through testing. We can also look at things like toxins. Remember, fat-soluble toxins are the key to unlocking your body's ability to burn fat, because if there's a toxin with fat inside of it, it will not burn. So chelation and detoxification will support your liver. It'll help you to bind toxins, and it restores metabolic balance. So if you pair the three together, chiropractic care, a functional medicine approach for nutrients and your digestive system, and a detoxification or chelation program, you're hitting what we call the functional formula for weight loss. Combine these strategies, and they're an extremely powerful, science-backed, sustainable weight loss and maintenance stability program. So here's a realistic plan that I developed for you. Over the next 6 to 12 months, commit yourself to seeking out a structural chiropractor and removing interference in your spine. Follow a biblical-based, more carnivoric, gut-healing diet and incorporate a comprehensive detox program. Start fasting, start eating more proteins, and you'll begin to see a transformation within your health. So look, as we wrap up today's show, I want to leave you with this truth. True weight loss isn't about quick fixes or extreme measures. It's about addressing the root causes of weight gain and empowering your body to heal and thrive by itself. If you're ready to take the first step, I encourage you highly to click the link that you see above or below. Join us on the Masterclass Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. If you can't make that one, Saturday, January 18th at 10 a.m. It's an opportunity for you to hop on and learn. It's a live class. You and me and all of the information we're going to teach you on how to become your own doctor, how to lose weight, how to heal yourself, and how to make this year a year of true healing for you. You can also visit AskDrErnst.com for various resources that are free. But don't wait. 2025 is the year, I know this, that you're going to achieve your health, you're going to lose your weight, and you're going to have that body that you have always wanted. Because when you think about it, you are a healthy individual. You are created by God. You have health in you. You just need to remove the interferences so it comes out of you. Until next time, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you guys on our master classes next Thursday at 7 p.m., next Saturday at 10 a.m. Be blessed, and until then, bye-bye. Hey, it's Dr. Ernst, host of the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Happy New Year and welcome to January. How are your health resolutions going? You know, I've got a little secret for you. Losing weight and getting fit is not something you do with diet and exercise. What? I'm telling you this. After 20 years of being a functional physician, hormone balance, neurological control, toxicities, and leaky gut need to be addressed if you really want to take off losing weight. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20, 30 pounds or more. It's all spelled out for you for free in my new ebook, A Functional Approach to Weight Loss. You can download it right now just by simply texting the word weight loss with your name and email to 704-906-2094. As a bonus, you get access to a masterclass I'm hosting on Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. and also Saturday, January 18th at 10 a.m. Simply text the word weight loss with your first name, your last name, and your email, and you'll not only get the ebook for free, but you'll get access to the masterclass so you can hit your health goals this year.
Would you like to experience a better night's sleep? Want to feel well rested and ready for your day? Discover an amazing solution with Celient Sleep Recovery. Our Celient Sleep Recovery products are made from a patented yarn embedded with a blend of 13 infrared active minerals. Celient technology never washes out. The benefits will last for their entire lifespan. Minerals reflect the body's own energy by using Celient infrared active technology, boosting your oxygen levels and improving circulation to reach REM sleep gracefully. Our customers love to comfortably sleep throughout the night because of Celient. We've conducted 9 independent clinical studies by well-respected scientific institutions and universities that prove the many positive effects Celient has on the body. Our technology is designed to help you achieve a refreshing sleep recovery. Experience the foundation your body deserves. Start waking up refreshed and always ready for the day ahead. It's time to achieve the best sleep of your life to unlock your hidden potential. Start experiencing a better night's sleep with our Celient Sleep Recovery products today. Celient. Recycle your body's energy.
How many calories are in our wines? Generally, calories in wine can vary, from around 95 to over 200, depending on the alcohol and sugar content of the wine. Now, unfortunately, since there are no nutritional labels required on wine bottles, it can actually be very hard to tell the true calorie content of your glass. Since our wines have less than 12.5% alcohol by volume, each glass of our pure natural wine has roughly 95 to 135 calories.
What if we told you that the health benefits of coffee could actually be increased through conscious roasting, sourcing, and processing? Introducing Purity, a health-conscious coffee company. At Purity, we've brought together a world-class team to analyze every step in the production chain from cherry to cup. We make decisions with only one thing in mind: how can we make the healthiest coffee in the world? Here's our 3-step process. Step 1, we search the world for the highest quality organic green beans that meet our exacting standards. Way less than 1% of coffee worldwide fit our sourcing criteria. Step 2, we test, and test again to create a specific roasting protocol for each harvest that maximizes healthy compounds and minimizes toxins. Step 3, we nitrogen pack our coffee within 48 hours of roasting and deliver to your door every 2 weeks to ensure maximum freshness. The result is the ultimate coffee drinking experience. You'll not only taste the difference in our clean, healthy coffee, with Purity, you'll feel the difference.
Our coffee club members report a bright, alert lift with less jitters than regular coffee and much more gentle on the stomach.
Sign up for Purity today, and you'll never have to worry about your source for healthy coffee again.
How come there are people who drink a pint of whiskey a day for 20, 30 years, and at the end of it only 20 or 30% become cirrhotic? What happened to the others? And we speculated, we hypothesized, it's The enzyme, alcoholic dehydrogenase made by the stomach, maybe it's different, maybe it's genes, maybe it's polymorphism. The answer appears to be coffee. If you drink that much alcohol and drink 1 cup of regular coffee a day, 20% reduction in alcoholic cirrhosis risk. 2 cups, 40%, 4 cups, 80%. It's not a license to drink heavily.
Right.
And drink coffee and protect your liver. You know, you could still get Korsakoff psychosis, cardiomyopathy, pancreatitis, kill people on the road,
Sure.
ruin your marriage, but it does protect the liver. It's pretty amazing.